What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. Okay, this is a person or a group? I think it's a group. Let's go with that. Making their debut on the channel tonight. We have Edda Művek. Yes, indeed. How about that? Edda Művek making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Daniel Hune, and Daniel wanted to see me react to this. It is Edda Művek, and I hope I pronounced the name of the song right, with a song entitled Hűség és árulás. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by, okay, I'm gonna do my best here. NVEM Ziklasev, or Ziklasev, I think it is. So NVEM Ziklasev. We'll go with that. Sure, why not? And the video has 126,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Edda Művek, Hűség és árulás. Hope I pronounced that right. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Feeling that sense of anticipation. All right. Bell.
Egy régi babona, örök időkből, nehogy mosolyog rajta. Aki hitetlenül él, semmitől se fél, a sátán útját járja. Hát add oda, amit van, és azt is, ami nincs. Kezek nyúlnak feléd sorra, hogyha kérik, add oda, ha kever keveset is, hát ha segíthet rajta. Hidd el, nem kell, hogy félve élj. A szabadságára csak benned él. Hely, hűség és árulás, ha békét kötne már. Hely, hűség és árulás kötél táncot jársz. Hát ha meg kell halni, most legyen vége, legyen áldozatni csak ő érte. Legyen vége, vége már. És ez az az idő, és ez az a perc, az írás az igazat mondja.
Using that measure of 3 to, you know, cut off the main riff and get back into the verse again. It's clever. I've seen bands do that before. I've seen a lot of bands do that before. It's effective. And what's really effective about it is it doesn't really, okay, does it screw up the counting? It does if you're not prepared for it. I mean, if like I wasn't ready for it, and it did kind of throw me off a little bit, but it's so simple, you know, when it comes to, you know, making the difference between, you know, 3/4 and 4/4. It's not that big a deal. It really isn't. It's very easy to recover, especially going back into a verse with a very clearly defined 4/4 meter. It is effective. It does work, and it does so in it's a little jarring, but like I said, it's not displeasing to the ear because it's so easy to get back into it. The chordal progression on this song, very simple. Starting on the root, going up to the 4, down to the minor 3, down to the root again. And then the chorus follows a little inversion of it, starting on the 4, you know, and then going down to the 3 to the root. It's fairly easy to follow. And then, you know, you go under the root to the 6, to the 7, to the root again. It's not difficult. It's not hard. I'm going to say this. It's not impressive, but it does sound good. It is solid. It flows well, and it makes sense. So I got no complaints about it. The intro, it did its job. It did. It set the mood and tone while at the same time building that sense of anticipation, building and building with the addition of voicings and sounds here and there. Like you got the sounds of the waves. You got the sound of that one seagull. You got the chime ringing in the background. You know, it builds. It builds that sense of anticipation until the payoff happens when the song actually kicks in. It's a good intro. It's an effective intro. It was a little long, yes, but I think I'm going to say this, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say it. I think it needed to be that long. I think if you were to take shortcuts on that intro, it wouldn't be anywhere near as effective. And at that point, if you're gonna take that and cut it in half, why bother even having it then? You know what I mean? It doesn't even make sense at that point. So in this case, the intro kind of had to be that long. So it makes sense. I'm not mad at it at all. It's perfectly fine. Let's get back into this. Let's see where we're gonna go from here.
Arca, kegyetlenül vicsorgó, földi helytartói értetek jött, nagy sereget akart újra. Hidd el, nem kell, hogy félve élj. A szabadságára csak benned él.
Down, 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 down. So root, no, not root, the 4 to the flat 2 to the minor 7, back up to the flat 2, resolve on the root. Is that it? Make sure that was it. Yep, that was it. 4, flat 2, flat 7, flat 2, root. Yep.
Hűség és árulás, ha békét kötne már. Hűség és árulás kötél táncot jársz. Ha meg kell halni, most legyen vége, legyen áldozat csak érte. Legyen vége, vége már.
If we're going to have a guitar solo anywhere, it's going to be coming up here very shortly. The gang vocals. Look, I think they're working. I think they're being effective. I think they're definitely helping to fill out the sound and reinforce the vocals the way that gang vocals should. Is there anything impressive about them? No, nothing. But I mean, they still sound good. And like I said, they're reinforcing the main vocal and filling out the sound. So that's really all gang vocal does. Unless you're in a live setting where gang vocals could be used to interact with the crowd. Because if everybody on stage is doing it, how easy is it then to get the rest of the crowd to join in with you? It's very easy. So, but since we don't have a live performance here, we're just listening to the studio recording. I can't see it in action. You know what I mean? As much as I would love to, and I can envision it. I can picture it. I can imagine that being effective and working really well, but I don't see it. So anyway, let's see if I'm right about a guitar solo. If we're going to have one, this is the place where we should have it. Easy. There we go. Those attacks on the offbeats. Bat, 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 bat. Very effective. It definitely broke up the monotony of, having the attacks on the downbeats, pretty consistently. That's a nice way to kind of, mix things up, spruce things up a little bit. Couldn't help but notice that line, with the octaves. Rude, 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 9, 8, rude, 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 rude. Major 7 octave, that major 7 just because we've been hearing the utilization of the minor 7 the whole time. So out of nowhere, here comes this major 7. It's like, whoa, where'd you come from? you little accidental you. I think I pretty much said everything I needed to say during the course of the reaction, so we should have a pretty short review here. I'm just going to hit some bullet points, bing, bop, boop, and call it a day. So let me get my thoughts together and make sure I didn't miss anything. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Edda Művek with a tune entitled Hűség és árulás. I hope I pronounced all that right. This was a request from Daniel Hune. Okay, yeah, I thought about it. I didn't miss anything. I talked about everything I needed to talk about during the course of the reaction. So just going to hit some bullet points, bing, bop, boop, and we're going to call it a day here, folks. So let's start off with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.7. Yep, 7.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.7. What does that mean? Well, a 7.7 would translate to a really good skill rating because overall, I think this was actually a really good song. It would also get 4 out of 5 stars and a B as in boy, B plus letter grade. Yes, a B plus. So there you go, a 7.7, really good skill rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and a B as in boy, B plus letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay, let's just run through it real quick. Intro. Like I said, it did feel a little long, but I think it had to be because of the way that they were building the intro. I think if they had shortened the intro at all, I think the intro would have become a little... The more they shortened it, the more pointless it would have been. If they shortened it by half, there's no reason to do it at all. It did a great job of creating that sense of anticipation, while at the same time giving a little foreshadowing of what you can expect. So, yeah, I think they did a really nice job with the intro overall. I think it was just fine. As far as the chordal progression, melodic lines in the song, I think they were all very well written, well thought out. They flowed really well, better than I thought they were going to. I'm going to be honest, when they did the chorus, you know, they go to the 4 to the minor 3. I was kind of expecting them to go to either the 2 or the flat 2, either one, to resolve to the root. They skipped the 2 altogether and went 4 minor 3 to the root. Now, the first time I heard it, not gonna lie, I kind of sat there and went, I don't know about that. But the more I heard it, the more it made sense and the better it felt. So, no problems with that whatsoever. The main riff utilizing the octaves, you know, the 9 to the 8, root, major 7 back up to the root again, creating that little dissonance with the usage of the major against the minor. I thought that was really well done. I think it did create just a little bit of dissonance, but here's the thing. That little bit of dissonance was very quickly resolved when it went back up to the root again. So, effective, it did the job, did the damage, got out. And I have no issues with that whatsoever. As far as the ending goes, I like what they did with those offbeats, the offbeat accents. I think it helped break up and very clearly define that this is the ending, because they really didn't do that anywhere else throughout the rest of the song. So that was very well done on their part as well. Instrumentally, I think everybody did a really good job. Guitar, bass, drums, vocals. I think everybody did a really good job across the board. Talked a little bit about the gang vocals and the effectiveness of it within the context of the song. And like I said, I think in a live setting, that's going to do really well when it comes to crowd interaction. So I don't know if that actually happens or not. I don't even know if they've even played the song live. So, but if they ever do play the song live, or if they ever did, I'm sure they utilize that gang vocal to, you know, create crowd interaction. The guitar solo, I think it was fine. I think it did a great job. I think it was probably the most impressive thing about the entire song. Some really nice technique being demonstrated. The arpeggiations, the sweep picking. I mean, it was just fine across the board. It was, like I said, it was the most impressive thing about the entire song. A little Baroque-esque at times. Like, I was kind of getting shades of Yngwie Malmsteen a little bit, especially in the first half of the solo. It was nice. It sounded good, and it wasn't overly done. So, very tasteful. No, overall, I think it's a really good song. I really do. I really don't have any complaints about it. So, yeah, 7.7. I think that's exactly where we need to be. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.7, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B as in boy, B+ letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.